Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
We're back with another Top 5 Wednesday. This week's topic is your top 5 most intimidating books. Depending on when this goes up, we might have just done the intimidating TBR book tag. And if we haven't, that's coming up soon. But we've tried to make our answers a little bit different. And we haven't done Top 5 Wednesday for a little while because we were busy with holidays, so we haven't really had a chance. But we're back now doing the next couple.
Coming at number 5 is Dracula by Bram Stoker, because I like a good gothic me. I like Frankenstein, but I don't know what it is about this. I think I picked it up and I read the letter at the start, and it just doesn't hook me. I know the whole thing about it is that it's meant to be scary, and I don't think it's going to scare me. And also the writing style is just old and boring and just not thrilling at all. And also it's at number 5 because I don't actually have any intention of reading this.
My number 5 is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. This is number 5 because I do want to read it. I'm just not a big fan of historical fiction, and this is historical fiction. There's such a hype and buzz around it being like the best book ever, and I'm just kind of intimidated by it. Is pretty big as well. I'm just kind of intimidated by its size and its topic and its genre and the hype, and I'm just like, ugh. But I do still want to read it. That's why it's at number 5, because I'm not too scared of it. I'm just not ever really in the mood for it.
My number 4 this is a complete copy of William Shakespeare's works, and actually my number 4 is King Lear, because we're doing a module next year called Screen Shakespeare's, where we watch loads of films about Shakespeare and we have to link it to like how it's like actual plays. And I've never read King Lear, and I'm nervous too. I haven't done Shakespeare in so long, and I'm worried because it's like the best tragedy. I'm just like, but what if I don't like it? And everyone's like, how can you not like King Lear? And I'm just so worried about like not getting it either, because I haven't read a Shakespeare for so long. I'm worried like, what if I don't understand it? Just all these worries, but I still actually really want to read it, so that's what I said number 4.
My number 4 is the Bible, which is a bit of a strange choice, but on those bookmarks and lists of like 50 books to read before you die, the Bible is always on there. And it's just like, but it's so big, and are you meant to read it cover to cover? Like, I'm not really religious, so I don't even know how you read it. Like, it's just scary. I don't know if it's something I will ever read, but I kind of want to because I feel like I should. But it's just scary. It's so big, and I don't understand the Old and the New Testament and the books, and I'm just not very good with religion. I don't know how to even read the Bible.
Number 3 for me is Sherlock Holmes by, obviously, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Laura's read one of these. What?
Yeah. I read the Sherlock's Adventures, like the short stories.
And I really want to get round to reading this, because look at my gorgeous copy that I bought from Foyles, I think, in London. And it's just so gorgeous, and I just love the programme. And I just want to read it for a bit of crime, a bit of old classic, but I'm intimidated because what if I don't like it? Like, is it going to be enjoyable? But again, I really want to read this one, so it's not like at 1 or 2.
My number 3 is A Diary of Anne Frank. I recently went to Amsterdam and I bought this. It's actually got a little, hold on, I probably can't find it. It's got a little sticker in it anyway saying that I got it from Anne Frank's house. And going to her house was my favourite thing that I did in Amsterdam. It was just really emotional. And obviously I know the story pretty well without having read this. But I feel like I should, and I do really want to, but I'm more intimidated in terms of like the emotional side of reading this. It just seems like it's going to be a really difficult read about a difficult topic, and knowing it's real and not fictional is just going to be really hard and upsetting. So I'm kind of just scared to read this and just have all the feels and all the awareness of the horribleness of the world. It just kind of feels easier to go to a nice and quick YA compared to reading something real. But I do want to read this though.
The second most, actually I kind of want to make this the first one, but I've already said in the intimidating DVR that 1Q84 is all spoilers. But at number 2 it's Ulysses by James Joyce. I really like my specialist thing, like I'm doing my dissertation on modernism, and I feel like this is one of the key modernist books that kind of define the era, and I'm just so scared to read it because it looks so shit. It looks so bad. And it just looks like it's written by a drunk 4-year-old who doesn't know anything about stories. And that's the whole point of modernism. Great by the way. But I'm just so scared to read this. I'm just so scared. Just terror. Pure book terror.
My second most intimidating book is the Lord of the Rings series, the whole series, but this is the first one by J.R.R. Tolkien. I love the films so much, and I feel like as a true fan I need to read the proper books and get all the background history and the extra details. And Amy's now read this and said it was really good, if not a bit slow to begin with, but It's just so many books and they're big and it's scary and I love the films and I don't know. I do feel like a bucket list thing though is to read this trilogy because it's just so big and scary and so many people want to read it and don't. So I don't want to be one of those people. I want to actually read it. I think if I got an audiobook that would really help me get through this, like if I'm driving, I don't drive yet, but in the future when I'm in a car and have a long journey, like really getting a big dent into an audiobook would be a good way to read this series. But it's just scary, isn't it?
And number one of my most intimidating books is Haruki Murakami's, I think I've said that differently all the times I've said it, is 1Q84. Obviously this book is the whole trilogy, so I'm not that intimidated, but I'm just scared of what it is and how big it is. And also, one of my seminar tutors was like, oh, I really like Murakami. I was like, oh, I've got 1Q84. And he was like, oh, that's not the best. And I'm just like, don't demotivate me, man. But yeah, it looks really good. But his other ones do look good too. So hopefully I'll find a new author that I really, really like.
My most intimidating book, which if you've seen the tag, you'll know. And if not, then this is the top one on the tag, is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I don't want to repeat myself, but it's big, it's fantasy, it's a world I don't know, I'm just scared, okay, I've just got a serious mental block with this book, because again, it's one I'm really sure I'll like. It's not I'm scared because it's like, oh, well, I don't think I'll like it, like I really think I will. It's just really big, and I'm just not used to big books anymore. Big books in general terrify me, because I just worry about getting slumpy, and it's I need to read this, but I haven't yet, and I'm scared.
So that is our top 5 most intimidating books. Let us know down below which ones you are scared by and we can all be scared together.
And we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.